Welcome back, all of you beautiful people. I am so glad that you're here with me. I wanted to tell you how I lost over 30 pounds in just 12 weeks. Here's how. Welcome back to my channel, Trial to Triumph. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sherilyn, and I am on a journey to wellness through a clinical trial at the Cleveland Institute of Bariatrics. With that, they have chosen me to take the medication Zepbound for weight loss. During this trial, we compare Zepbound's weight loss, as well as semaglutide, to that of bariatric surgery. So I've asked that you guys come along and join me through this journey to see how it goes. Exactly 1 year ago today, I was in the hospital recovering from surgery. I had an emergency appendectomy. It was the worst pain I think I'd ever experienced, aside from childbirth. It was horrendous. So when I went in for surgery and they weighed me, my weight was 255 pounds. It was devastating. I was mortified, embarrassed. I wanted to cry. It's the worst feeling in the world, especially when you're in front of people and they see that weight too. So when I got weighed, I said, that's it. I am going to get on track and I'm going to get healthy. And I tried on my own for over 5 months. I would start, I'd fail, I'd gain, I'd lose. The hunger cravings would come back. Not necessarily the hunger, the cravings would come back. They'd take over in full swing and I would be done. And so I took a picture on January 31st and I'll post it here. It was with my daughter. We did a selfie. We were having our own New Year's Eve party, and I saw that selfie and I thought, man, I am never going to be happy with my pictures. I was so embarrassed, and every selfie I had taken for years prior was the same way. And I said, that's it. I'm done. That night, I went on to the Cleveland Clinic website. I had previously applied for bariatric surgery and backed out because I was nervous about 2 years prior. I went back on the website and I reapplied for bariatric surgery. So in January, they brought me in. I did all of the stuff. I talked about that in another video. So if you haven't seen my other videos, please feel free. I have them below. You can watch all of them to get caught up to where we are. But anyway, I started that journey of getting bariatric surgery. And when they announced that I was going to be on Zepbound rather than surgery for this clinical trial, I decided this was a great move forward. So I took the medication and I started my journey. At my first doctor's appointment, which would have been March 5th of 2025, I weighed in at 249 pounds. Again, mortified, but hopeful this time because I told myself this year I am getting it together. I will never take another selfie that I am embarrassed of or afraid to post, or a picture with my children that I can't be proud of because of how I look ever again. And so while I was embarrassed and upset, it was 6 pounds lost from July. However, it was nowhere near where I wanted to be. And so that was my starting point. March 5th, 2025 at 249 pounds. So when I first started this journey, I was on 2.5 milligram Zepbound. This is what I took. It was the pen style, and it's an auto injector pen style medication. This is one I've already used, and I used this for the first 4 weeks, was 2.5 milligram dose. With the first 4 weeks of that medication, I went down to 234.8. So I lost 14 pounds that month. And I will say that month, I was shocked that I lost the weight. While I was experiencing more side effects than I have continued to because I've continued on the medication, I ate a lot more in the beginning because I was afraid. I was afraid that I wouldn't eat enough. I was afraid that my blood sugar was dropping. All those things that anxiety brings on you. And so I still lost 14 pounds. I did not implement any exercise in that first month. And then I went on to start the next dose. So when I went into the office, did my weigh-ins, they asked me how I was doing, all of that. they decided to go ahead and move me up to the 5 milligram dose. So I took the 5 milligram Zepbound dose for 4 more weeks. Interestingly enough, the first week on my Zepbound 5 milligrams, I gained weight, 1.8 pounds. And then moving forward, I continued to lose. So for the next 4 weeks on that medication, I lost 7.6 pounds. I know in my previous video I said 6 pounds I lost roughly on that second month. But when I look back at the exact data date to date, it was 7.6 pounds. Now, after that 4th dose of medication, I got very, very sick. I believe it was because of what I ate. And I talk about that in another video. But I spent 2 weeks off the medication because I was questioning whether I should continue this medication or not. I did continue the medication. They gave me, again, the 5 milligram dose, which made me sick again. I think because I had been without the medication for 2 weeks. And at that point, I spoke with my provider, and they decided to bring me back on with the 2.5 milligram dose. So they gave me the 2.5 milligram Zepbound for my 3rd box. So each box contains a month worth of shots, 4 shots in it, or 4 weeks rather. So I then went on to start that medication. When I started the 2.5 milligrams, I had gone without my shot for 2 weeks. So at the end of my second round of medication, so at the end of my 5 milligram dose, I was 227.2. And then when I started the next 2.5 milligram dose, I was 229.6. So after 2 weeks, while I had lost some in that 2 weeks, I gained back. So I went up to 229.6 for those 2 weeks. So for the 3rd round of medication, so the 4 doses that I have taken, so officially 3 sets of 4 weeks, so 12 weeks on the medication, I'm down to 218 pounds even, which is an 11-pound weight loss on the 2.5 milligrams, 7.6 pounds on the 5 milligrams, and 14 pounds on the initial 2.5 milligrams, which brings me to a total of around 32 pounds. So in the 12 weeks that I took this medication, I lost 32 pounds in total. Now, had I not had those 4 weeks where I didn't take any medication, I do think I would have lost more by now. But it's all trial and error, and every journey is different. And I wasn't sure if I should go up in the dose. Everyone says after 4 weeks, go up. You'll get the best results at 5 milligrams. According to what the data that I have, I didn't get the best results. I was sicker and I lost less weight. So I have spoken with my provider, and it's my expectation that I will do 2.5 milligrams again for the next set of 4 weeks, and we'll see how I do. I'm not sure if I'll go up to the 5 milligram dose after that or even midway through, but I will keep you posted on that. So in part, over the past 12 weeks that I have been taking medications, I've experienced minimal side effects on the 2.5 milligrams, pretty much none. A little bit of nausea here and there and some slight constipation, but nothing really to write home about. And I did start with this kind of into the 2nd month, but definitely into the 3rd month, making sure I'm walking, making sure I'm lifting those weights, making sure I'm staying hydrated and eating those protein-rich foods. So that's the only difference I made aside from avoiding greasy foods, because that's what made me really sick. I ate pizza the time I got really sick on the 5 milligrams. That just threw me through a loop. And so I've just really tried to be more conscientious about what I eat. And it seems like this shot really helps me to do that. That's the biggest takeaway I have from this shot. I may have a craving and I may want something, but I don't have to give in to that. And the food noise that they talk about isn't there like it used to be. I don't constantly have that chatter in my brain about, oh, I want that. Oh, that looks good. So over the 12 weeks I've taken this shot, I feel like I have been very successful. I'm very pleased with these results. Never in my wildest dreams would I think that I would actually be on a weight loss journey. I can't tell you how many times over the past years that I'm going to start on Monday or I'm going to start on the first of the month, and I start and it always fails. But this time now that I've been sticking with it since March 5th, and minus those 4 weeks that I didn't take anything, trying to figure out what I needed to do with my medications, I'm really glad that my doctor listened to me, that they worked with me, and I was able to come to some resolution. So there's hope. There is hope. Don't give up. And if you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to talk with you through this journey. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that this next 2 years of this clinical trial are a blessing to you as much as they have been blessing me. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and like this channel. That will keep you up to date on all the content coming from this journey. I want to keep you with me and keep us all going together strong and be an encouragement to you. So I will see you on the next video.